Hey, Robin.
Jack.
We are the
Inwits.
That's it. That's us. Here we are again. Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, great. It's an early morning. Why not? Because we had been doing the afternoons because of my silly job.
That's right. We're the early morning show today.
Yeah, we're early morning, which is great for me, not so great for Jack. Well, that sounds
right.
good. All right, shall we get into it?
Yeah, we will.
We have. Where do we want to start?
Episode 15.
Of course. Well, we've got our big showdown.
Yeah, basically, it's Shaun
the Shaun and Dave show.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
What do you want to say about it?
I liked one thing I did like about it was, Dave, at the very beginning of the episode, said, when he voted Andy off, Andy turning around, remember he turned around and said, oh, by the way, he's got an idol.
Yeah.
One of the things I love about, even though he did have the idol, right? One of the great things about Dave is he's got good instincts. He just goes, that was a total shot in the dark by Andy.
Yeah.
He knew. You know
well,
what I mean?
No one knew about his idol.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But the funny thing was, it didn't really. What I mean is, like, even though Andy's tried that, didn't upset Dave, didn't upset anybody else.
No,
you know what I mean? It did nothing.
Didn't change. It didn't disrupt the waters.
No, exactly. Contrast that if it had, let's say, Andy had to turn around to Daisy and said that.
Yeah.
Would have been a completely different story. Like, what I mean, Dave's got enough presence of mind to sit there and go, nah. That's just just roll on.
Yeah, and exactly. And he's very calm under that pressure. And Daisy also obviously failed with her double idols. She's had both idols. She's failed both times with both idols. But
we'll talk about that later.
Obviously we will. But
let's get down to the nitty gritty. And this is Shaun's focus on Dave.
Yeah, because let's talk about it. Because that's.
It's
obviously where we got to, and that episode, there was no other outcome unless he was to win.
Exactly, and let's be honest, Dave's focused on Shaun, right? I mean, I think Dave's a very good player, but this is just a complete fault in his game.
He's got two faults in his game, and one of them was the reason he was voted out.
Yeah, but
and we've said that over the past. Dave, to me, is a very easy player to vote out. He's great, but he's got a massive flaw which makes him easy to blindside, and he was blindsided later than I would have blindsided him myself.
But I think
he was very easy to blindside.
I think, to be honest, I think I'm not sure he has two downsides. I think what made him the way he was in the end, right? Even though we've seen it a little bit beforehand, right?
Yeah. I think I know where you're going.
For like 2 episodes now, he's been really going hard at Shaun. The episode when Shaun joined rejoined his tribe, right? And then this episode, and it's like tunnel vision. We've seen it before. Tunnel vision kills you.
It does, and maybe the tunnel vision, like I said, maybe that's not. Maybe the flaw comes from the fact, like I said, his arrogance and that sort of stuff is a massive flaw in his game to me, which is easily exploitable and easy to me.
It's a flaw there, yeah.
However, maybe that's what it was with Shaun. It was also, I'm the alpha male in this tribe. Shaun is a threat to my alpha male.
No. Look, I think Dave was quite correct in his assessment that Shaun was a threat because of the fake idol he tried to give him, right?
Oh, 100%.
But the focus of Shaun, and on the other side, Dave.
And the only problem here with Dave not really a problem, because what played into Dave's favour is the fact that champions have the power.
Yeah.
So his focus on Shaun never became detrimental to him. It just.
No, I think it did.
Well, his focus on power was the slight. He could have focused on anyone. He's controlling of the game and his and how aggressive he was, that power hungry, I'm a golden god, that stuff I think is more detrimental than his focus on Shaun.
Well, no, look, he's a confident guy.
Yeah.
He knows what he wants, he goes after. I like that, right? But I have to admit, he overplayed his hand several times, but I think when it came to Shaun, though, he was so keen to get Shaun out, he got rid of, he just lost all caution. It was like, get him out, at any cost.
And I guess that's something we should probably touch on in the next episode. Yeah. But in this episode, we'll focus on Shaun.
Yeah.
What could Shaun have done better?
I don't think he could have done anything, really.
He made his grave when he got switched over and was against Dave with the fake idol. But I was thinking about it in the shower this morning. I was like, what Shaun possibly should have done It's the same concept of keep your friends close, enemies close. I'm sure we mentioned that.
Yeah.
He should have come to that island and went, man, that fake idol, what a brilliant play.
Problem is, I don't think Dave was the one to get rid of him, right? Dave's always said that, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a focus, so you just want like him around because they gave him a face. But I think the interesting part here, is that the Contenders went along with it.
Yeah.
I just think this is the story of the episode. I don't think there's any doubt that Dave wanted Shaun gone, and that
Shaun wanted Dave gone, and they couldn't get him because he had
that's
died.
right. And the champions were okay with that because of A, it wasn't them, it was a contender, and B, big challenge beast, right?
Yeah.
So I think I don't think Dave had a great deal of difficulty selling it to them.
Yeah.
But the Contenders, on the other hand,
Tried to sell Luke.
which I didn't think was a very good sale, right?
But logically it is though. Let's be honest. He has a great story, and he's played the game
Well, he
before.
doesn't.
Oh, it's a heart, like, he's got 2 kids with autism and another kid with cystic fibrosis. He's the one that probably needs the money.
What's his resume?
I actually don't mind Luke's resume, to be honest, even though he's riding on coattails.
He hasn't got one, right? This is my point, though. I don't mind that they picked Luke. Personally, I love Luke. I want to see him keep going. I don't mind they picked him, but I thought that they could have picked better people to have a go at.
Which, funnily enough, that secret season, that double season, apparently has been announced, and there's people from season 1, 2, 3, and 4 that are already filming right now.
For which season?
For the next season of Survivor.
So Australian Survivor.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, look, my point here is there are they were picking on Luke and going, oh, he's got a great story and everything like this, right? And even some of the champions, I think, said he did.
Well, right? and as far as a champion goes, he's the only one who's technically not in their league, isn't he?
I don't think any of them are in their league.
Well, look, you've got Janine, who's a multi-millionaire businesswoman. Like, she doesn't need the money. Simon Black has had a very profitable footy career, probably doesn't need the money. All these people obviously everyone would want $500,000, but they're not in a financial pinch.
That's not the point.
I know, but that's the angle they're pushed for Shaun. For Luke. Luke could use the money more than anyone else.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go with that. Look, I mean, it's about playing the game for me.
It is about playing the game.
But anyway, but my point here is,
why
didn't somebody point out there are 3 girls who will not be broken up?
Yeah.
That would have been, what... The problem I see here is that, honestly, talking to Simon Black is like talking to a brick wall.
Simon Black is the commando, Stephen, from last season.
He's just a brick wall. He's got nothing.
Unfortunately, I'm sure he's a lovely dude on the island.
Yeah, exactly.
But as far as what he brings to the show, there's no personality.
Nothing.
We don't see much of him, and what we do see of him is monotone.
Very monotone.
Yeah.
And it's all... Look, he's... I understand he's a great team player, right?
Yeah.
And he was a great team player, right?
Yeah.
But this is his team now, and he's going to go down with that team.
And that's the thing. It's like, so how can you can't sell that to Simon? That's been tried. They've tried to sell that to Simon already. That's
what I mean. It's when you've got players on the other side who are clearly 4 and 5, right? The only this is the side.
Well,
who's 4 and 5? You can sell that to Luke.
You can sell it to Luke now, even more so.
And this is my point. Rather than going Luke, I think they would have been much better
100%.
Going to Luke.
Yeah.
And going, mate, you are number 4.
Yeah.
You are playing for 4th.
At that time, you're saying that to Luke. Luke is with Dave. Dave and Luke believe they're top. But that they, rightly so, were top. But you're top 2, and there's a top 3 over here. 3 beats 2.
No, that's what I mean. The 3 beats 2, exactly. But that's what I mean. You can sell that to... You can say, listen, you got 3 girls there voting as a block. They've been together since the beginning.
You know what? You could also have tried to sell it to Dave.
Dave, exactly.
Instead of making him arch enemy number 1. Use him and Luke as numbers.
Listen, guys, you've got a threesome there that you need to break up.
What have we got? We've got nothing. It's just because they've fought. However, because the champions have forced so hard these tribal lines.
I know.
The contenders are now. They have no other option, do they, but to stick together.
That's right.
And no matter what, if they make it, they're either going to do a Baden, which Baden's going to be the last. Baden's option right here is to be the last contender and be the swing vote for when the contenders need the split. The champions need the split because that's what he's going for. But they have no other option but to stick together because the tribal line is just being so strongly pronounced.
It's as strong as that. It's as strong as the series where they had
Wendell.
Wendell and Dominic.
Yeah.
Right. I can't. It's really rare to see this strong.
Yeah, and I'm hoping we're getting glimpses of Luke maybe blowing it up. But
well, this is the thing. I think Luke and Dave, and this is the other thing. They should have been looking around for other options post-merge. And I was really surprised they did. But this is what I mean. I think that focus on Shaun.
Yeah, and also being top of their game, but not realising this. Like when you get 3v2, and where's Simon Black going to vote? Simon Black's voting with the girls.
Girls, right? That's what I mean. Like, even though Dave was top of the game, he should have been looking around and go, that's a threesome. I need to split that up.
Yeah, and
that's what I mean with this tunnel vision on Shaun. All he's thinking about is getting rid of Shaun. He's not even taking notice of this massive danger that's in
there. And the thing is, we know this so much. If you watch Survivor, no matter how big a threat this person is, and Shaun was a big physical threat. He's a big force. However,
and even Shaun said it himself in the trouble. At this stage I have to win back 10 back to back.
It's not going to happen. And also because the variety of challenges, which is why the game's so great, it doesn't just go to the big strong horse dude.
Exactly.
It's going to go for the Janine doing really well in some of these challenges. She might not be winning, but she's pushing pretty far in. There's
even on the Americans, a lot of them are just endurance challenges where you've just got to hang on.
And the big muscly dudes just aren't built for standing on a tiny little ledge or in these painful positions.
That's right. Something like that. So.
Not having the foresight to go, you know what? I've clearly put Shaun on the bottom.
Yeah.
Shaun has nowhere else to go.
Exactly.
What does that become to me? That becomes a number that I can use use to my advantage. And it's not done. It's not done enough in Australian Survivor at the moment. It's just like...
No. Look, I think with Shaun it was this. Dave was like, I know he's gunning for me.
Yeah.
But then you've got to sit there, Dave, and go, well, how's he going to get me? Oh, he can't.
He can't.
So he's useless.
I have the power. He doesn't. I've got idols. He can try.
So he's going for me, but he's powerless to do anything about it. What's my real threats? And this is why I believe it was a real downside to Dave's game, this focus on Shaun. Because he should have been looking around and going, 3 girls. Always together. Yeah. Always. They need to be split up. Have to. Mm-hmm. And what I can't believe, through all these 3 episodes, I was very frustrated at the end of these 3 episodes. No one's picking it up.
No one's going to pair Janine. Because I'd be throwing Janine under the bus or Pia under the bus.
Absolutely.
Because I know you. How do you rate Pia now? Again,
I don't
rate her.
I don't rate Janine or Pia. Janine is not the Godmother, and Pia is not the Smiling Assassin. All they've done is vote as a 3 block.
But they have orchestrated a pretty obvious blindside, and it's a blindside you and I have been talking about that's been easy to do since day one.
Right, and this has been a constant topic over 5 or 6 episodes.
I've got to wait for the right moment.
Right. I've got to wait for the right moment to get Dave.
Dave was so easy to get out because the right moment is when he doesn't have individual immunity.
And
because you just give it, you feed.
What I laughed was in the episode where they were talking about Peter's like, I had to go and convince the contenders. Really, you had to convince. All you had to do was go, hey, the vote stayed. All they had to do was go, it's not us.
Great.
It's one of you guys. Great.
Yeah. Look, great. I'm glad that she made a move, but this move should have been made weeks ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dave could have easily been blindsided before merge.
Well,
very easily.
To be honest, look, I have to say one other thing. I've got no sympathy for the contenders at the moment, right? Because they voted Andy out.
They did vote Andy out.
That is the start of the avalanche, right?
And when you know it's tribal lines, unless there is actual communication going on that makes you feel like it's not tribal lines, they've been saying it's very tribal lines. It's still champions, contenders, still champions. Why give them a vote?
Exactly.
Why lose a number? Yeah, you don't like him. Yeah, he's an easy vote, brilliantly manipulated by Dave to say he's easy to get rid of.
Yeah,
but don't get rid of him yet.
That's what I can't understand. Let's face it. As annoying as Andy was to them. Right?
He was just a number they needed.
He wasn't offensive.
No.
You know what I mean? What?
And he was harmless.
That's what I mean. He was harmless, right? So why vote him out? Why give the champions a head for nothing?
Yeah.
Which is what I felt Andy was. So I've got no sympathy for him. They've made their own bed. Now they're lying in it,
Yeah.
right? But this all goes back to the Andy vote.
Yeah.
If they hadn't have folded on the Andy vote, this would have been a very different story right now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Dave's big downside here is the Shaun thing. Sean's big downside is the Dave thing.
Yeah,
right?
well, that's the thing. He couldn't, unless he came to Dave from the very get-go and been like, man, great move with the fake idol, and not ever had any inkling of, I'm gunning for him.
Yeah.
Dave was like, oh my God, because Dave said that. He's like, I don't think he's found the idol. Easy.
But
It wasn't it, but then he's like, oh no, he knows it's me, he's after me, I gotta get him. But if he never did that...
He's playing from the bottom with 4,
yeah,
and he's trying to get Dave. It's like,
no.
give up, think of something else.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not right now.
Yeah, it's, yes,
right?
you'll get him eventually if you play smart.
Exactly. Play smart. Sell them Luke, or go to Luke and Dave and go, get rid of Janine.
We need to break these 3. Look at all other options.
Yeah.
And I know Luke did say it in this episode. It's like, the King's got a plan B, because they did try to get rid of Luke when Shaun went.
Yeah.
You know, see this.
Well, it wasn't a real serious attempt to get rid of him.
No, it wasn't a serious attempt, and it wasn't going to go through. But he didn't expect some votes to come his way.
Oh, sorry. What I mean by it was a serious attempt, but what I mean is they didn't stack the numbers up beforehand. No. It was a Hail Mary. It was let's throw this out there and see if something sticks.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and it's just not, and it won't stick. You know, Luke's story will stick amongst contenders.
Yeah, exactly.
Luke's story won't stick amongst champions. Because they're not thinking about the sob story. They're thinking about the business. Like Janine's thinking about the business side of Survivor, the game, the strategy.
Exactly.
She's not worried about, so what? He hasn't played the game. Yeah. Like it's different. I don't care about his personal backstory because I don't want you to care about my personal backstory. Because they're like, well, if that's the case, if I'm going up against Shaun, he's not going to win. Well, I'm not going to win either. Like, I can't win. I believe I can win even with my millions of dollars.
Of course, that's right. Like, anyway, Abby wins reward in episode. What do you think about her taking Jonno with her? She took.
You know what? I have no.
Shaun and Dave.
Dave, I wanted to take it. I get why.
No, I don't know why she took him though.
Yeah, but I get, like, John, if Abby was playing with strategic forethought, John, I would take John as well. He's a good guy. He doesn't understand the game very well. He building connections.
Actually, I think in the last episode, every time he's opened his mouth, right, despite never having really watched the show or anything, he's got remarkably good sense coming out of it. I'm shattered
he's gone. I think John was a really great beginner player.
John, in this episode, right, he said in Tribal, and he has said it before, right? He said there are 2 people on the Champions place outside, Champions tribe, right, playing for 4 and 5, and he's absolutely correct. And they still don't get it. Well, they still don't get it.
Well, Simon doesn't get it. I think Luke gets it, but Simon doesn't.
So Luke isn't acting like he gets it.
Well, Luke didn't believe that when he had his chum Dave. The next episode you see, and this is what I like about Luke. It's not strategical mastermind gameplay. No. But what I really liked is he said it, and I thought that was absolutely a genius thing. This is a Luke thing. This is not Luke coming in doing Tony Spy show stuff.
No.
This is Luke. Luke going, I want to cause a bit of chaos, and nothing bonds people than doing something a little bit naughty when.
I love that.
That is, to me, is a very strategically brilliant social move.
Yeah, it is.
Because he's got in Baden and
that's
Harry.
what he did with Jericho.
He did it with Jericho,
right.
And
stealing the lollies,
stealing the cookies and eating the cookies. But I love this. Let's steal some fire and make ourselves some rice.
I love it.
And then they called themselves the Lost Boys.
Yeah.
I thought
the problem is that he didn't take any further after that, though.
Yeah, he's about to. We're going to see in the next episode. But he should have jumped on that. But maybe he's still being that bond. But I really like that move by Luke.
Yeah.
I thought that was a brilliant move, and setting in to 2 people, and we know Harry's on the outs, and he knows he's built that link with Baden already. That's a potential.
It is a potential.
That could really change the game.
That's right, but. Well,
that's why I think Luke's playing a pretty good game. He's not sticking his... to me personally.
He's playing... To me, he's just riding the champions' tails. Right?
He is, but he's also the only one throwing connections in. And I love how he says to Baden,
that's true.
No one needs to know about us.
Yeah.
No one needs to know about us. And that's
the only problem I have is Baden, how much information are you getting from Luke? That's a check I would be making. And if I'm not getting anything and you're giving him information, that's not a relation, mate.
One-way street. It's got to be two ways.
Yeah, exactly. And Baden's not getting anything back.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure that's a genuine...
Yeah, well, that's because Luke still has the power of the champions and he's got the strength in numbers at the moment, but he should be flipping soon. He should be flipping Sunday. I'd be flipping. I would have been flipping early.
Oh, I wouldn't have been. I'd be flipping before this. I'd be getting rid of one of those girls for sure, right? So look, I thought the blindside was well done, but
I was going to say, do you call it a blindside? Because you don't.
No,
it's a blindside.
Well, I guess it is because he's in power. But let's put it this way: it wasn't that hard to get it to work, though.
No, it is. Yes, 100% is a blindside. But like we have been saying this whole season, Dave is the easiest person to blindside.
Yeah.
It wasn't that hard to get work.
He's a blindside, but what I mean is...
He's blindsided,
it was
obvious.
easy for them not to talk about it because everybody wanted him gone. Yeah. Right? So,
like it's not a blindside in the sense that like we've done this amazing move and flipped the game on its head. It's literally all have just kept quiet and one person was on, two people were on the outs. Yeah. You know, but it was a blindside.
One thing I do like about Luke is, in the last episode, after Dave went home, he wasn't upset at all.
No.
Right? And that's great. That's a fantastic attitude.
Yeah.
He, so many times in Survivor, you see him come back and they're like...
You should have told me. He came back and was like, great move, guys.
And he was like, they go off and they want to be alone because they got rid of... Lake's like,
Pia's like, I hope you understand. It looks like, whatever. Like, I don't care.
That's right, I don't care. Right?
Yeah, it's the game. And
great attitude because
really
it says to everybody on that beach, you can still make deals with me.
Yeah.
I'm not holding that against anybody.
And then on top of that, he comes to the next tribal council dressed as Dave.
Right?
Like he's just an alternate larrikin, and he plays it well. And I think I think he plays such a good social game.
But I
think he plays one of the best social games.
But this is what I mean, though. His attitude, even if he had been like, we don't know. He might have
been pissed off.
He might have been pissed off.
Don't show it. Don't need to show it.
But that's the brilliance of it. Yeah. He sat there and said, "Look at me. I'm open for business."
Yeah, let's play this game. Yeah,
it wasn't
great move.
I
would have loved to be a part of that, but I wasn't.
Times you hear this, I'm going to find out who did that, or I know who did that. And I'm going to hunt them down.
Yeah. Not a single
word.
Moment.
They're fantastic.
And this is why I really respect Luke's game.
Oh, I do.
Like, yes, he's riding certain coattails. He rode Dave quite a lot. Because Jericho rode Luke quite a lot. And I think he's trying to step back and he's learned that Jericho got far by riding.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a similar thing. But his social intuition is brilliant.
Yeah, he certainly picked his target with Dave when he decided to ride somebody, right? Like, Dave's got him a long way in the game. Like, Dave got him through being a 2 on a 5 contender tribe.
Yeah,
right? Which is
5.
That's really difficult. And he had a great partner for that, right?
Yeah.
So now I want to talk about the show a little bit.
Yeah.
They got to stop leaving idols just at the waterhole.
I know.
It's really annoying.
I know. There's a 10-meter radius of which the idol is going to be.
Oh, look. I went to the waterhole and I got an idol. It's going to not be a surprise anymore soon enough.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a surprise for me.
Let's put it out in the cliff somewhere.
Exactly. Come on, guys. Yeah. That is just ridiculous. I really hate it. I really do.
Yeah.
Why not just leave it on top of the waterhole if you're
I guess the thing is, the problem is we don't have enough idol expertise in our game at the moment and they're really wanting some great idol gameplay.
But
they're just not getting. Harry's the only one. Harry's very good.
No, Harry, Luke, and Dave.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, as they're wanting great. What they're wanting, I believe, is those moments where.
I know
your Russell Hance style or party style blowouts with an idol.
Those sort of people don't need them to be just plopped down there at a waterfall.
So because they're just there, you're giving them to a Daisy.
Exactly.
And Daisy has now twice panicked.
This is what I did when she found the idol. Oh no.
I was really hoping Luke would find it, to be honest, because they.
Luke or Harry.
Yeah. Right? I just like.
How much better would that have played if Harry would have done? Harry would have made sure where the votes were going.
Yeah.
And gotten rid of Janine, right? If he wanted to,
exactly.
Or whoever.
Janine. Right? Yeah, I thought Janine would have been the target to go. I don't know why they went Abby.
It's just strange.
Because Abby is
just the soldier.
Abby's the third in the 3.
Yeah, she's gone. Like if the choice came down to If it got down to 3 and they had to get rid of one, she's the one that's gone.
Pia and Janine are going to the end together, and Abby's gone.
Exactly.
100%. Don't know why they've gone.
That's right.
It isn't interesting. Like, you just watch Daisy panic and not know what to do with the idol, and always know she's going to play it on herself.
Well, this is the thing.
Yeah.
We've all had friends, right, where they'll, like, you know, you ever had a friend, you know, pick up something and go, I'll drop it. You know I'm going to drop it. And you know they're not going to drop it, right? So you walk over, you take it out of the hand, you just go, yeah, all right, whatever, right? Daisy's exactly like that. You know, I could play for anybody. I could play for Jonno. I could play, but everybody knew sitting there.
She's playing for herself.
She's playing for even the contenders knew, because none of them were excited about it. They were just like, just go play it.
No? Yeah, well, you're not going to help. You're going to make the wrong decision because you are. She's just always going to be too worried about what if it's me.
Exactly.
But if she did go, because even Jonno was like, well, they could be aiming at Harry and Daisy this whole time, because they're going to throw it on me.
That's right.
Great intuition again.
Exactly. Great intuition. That's what I mean. Jonno, even though he's never played the game, he understands it way better than a lot of people I've seen who profess to have watched the show.
Obviously, it's a gamble. It's Russian roulette.
But this is the thing.
Sometimes you've got to take a risk and play
all the way through the episode, Daisy's going, it's a risk. We're going to have to do this. We've got to do this because I could possibly send home one of the champions. Right? All the way through, she's like, it's a risk, but we've got to take it.
But you didn't take the risk.
No, as soon as she walked up, and when she looked back,
I'm playing it for me.
Yeah, I was like,
it's not a risk. It's all you've done is ensure that you're there, and not really thought about where they could be placing the votes.
Look at the champions. None of them were like, none of them. Everybody, like Janine was just like, all of them were just like, we counted on that. And it worked perfectly, right?
Unfortunately, because I really wanted that. I wanted that idol play to work. What I did love, however, was that moment where Luke saw.
What do you mean?
When Daisy had found the idol, and Luke's like, it's just, and he does it, and he's
what I mean is like,
but he's so charming in his approach. I felt that was like just such.
What I love is he goes, so you're looking for an idol?
No, he's like, you got an idol there.
No. But I think he asked her, so you're looking, I'm looking for an idol. So have you found an idol?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Their days.
And then he's like, you've got an idol in your hand.
Yeah. It's beautiful the way you did that, wasn't it?
But what I mean is like, he's giving you an opportunity to actually come clean, right? And she won't. He's giving her 2 opportunities. He's like, I'll just say it now.
It's like, he's very good.
He is.
And the way he approached that, he called her right out then and there and made her feel silly and not meaning to. It was just beautiful.
It was.
But unfortunately, Daisy just didn't have the guts to pull the trigger.
Oh,
and
not
she
at
just
all.
saved herself.
No.
Because it would be much better if she played it for Harry or John and went home herself. Because then she actually put some thought into where this vote could go.
This is the thing: if she plays for Harry or Jonno, right? If she survives, it's actually on a resume.
Yeah,
people will respect that, right?
Yeah, if she played it correctly, it'd be great. But if she's just played it safely, and this is something I think the producers are really wanting, some aggressive idol play, and they're not getting enough.
You're not going to get from Daisy.
No, unfortunately, and you will get it from Harry, but Harry hasn't had the right opportunities to. He's only played defensively. You and I are big fans of an offensive idol play.
But this is the thing. If he had found that idol, I believe that trial would have been very different.
Yeah,
very different, right? Oh, it's a 25% chance.
Unless he did his obvious, I'm out of here, I'm causing chaos.
Yeah.
He's got to be a bit more subtle than that.
But exactly, But, Daisy, I hope, doesn't find the idol again, please, But this is something that's interesting. Janine, right?
Hasn't looked for an idol since.
Well, no, but she's talking to the champions, right? And she's like, well, I want Daisy gone, right? And her analysis of Daisy is this, right? Daisy's a big threat. Now, this is why I don't rate Janine as a player, right? Daisy's a big threat because she's too unpredictable. I'm like, she's so predictable. What are you talking about?
Yeah, she's very predictable. She's always been very predictable.
Janine hasn't got any sense of this game. I mean, what I mean is, Janine keeps calling herself the Godmother now. Harry has, right?
Or is it just she's a big threat, meaning she's just easy to get rid of, and it keeps Janine's power.
No, that's what I mean, right? Like, she's saying she's a big threat. No, she's an annoying. She's just somebody who can be voted off, right?
Yeah.
But what I mean is, like, I think Harry, has sold her a bill of goods, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bit like Dave, right?
Yeah.
And he's also sold Peter, the other. Oh, you're the smart. I don't think. Yeah, you think he called him the Smiling Assassin,
Yeah,
right?
Dirty Harry, Smiling Assassin.
Assassin, right?
Godmother.
Right. I think he sold them a bill of good, and he's got them to be a bit like Dave now.
Yeah.
They're starting to believe their own press, right?
Yeah.
If you start to believe that you're some sort of mastermind,
Oh, so easy to get rid of.
so easy to get rid of, right? And that's what I think he's done. I don't know if it's a plan on Harry's part
Well,
to
see,
do that.
because he did say he did go off with them for that reward because he bet on them right. He bet on those two to win. And he's like, I almost sold my soul to those two girls.
Yeah,
That's not what I'm about. I'm not here to just ride their coattails.
Yeah, he said, I'm not here to be a soldier. I'm here to make a play. It's good.
That's good for me. I think.
I loved hearing that. But
yeah, he needed to get the idol.
Yeah, but what I like is that I don't know if this is part of Harry's plan, right? But he's got him to believe that there's some sort of strategic masterminds when all they are is a 3-block.
Yeah,
right?
they're just the mass numbers in their tribe.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Because
right?
Simon's just always a floater. He was not in with Luke and Dave. So it was 2 versus 3 and 1 in the middle.
Yeah.
And where's that 1 in the middle going to go? He's going to go to the 3.
But Janine's analysis of Daisy just showed me where her head's at in the game, and it's nowhere.
Well, like I said, maybe it's
without the 3 vote, she'd be nowhere.
Yeah, without that strength behind her. But maybe it's just also about controlling and keeping everyone in check and making sure no one strays. Which also could, which is a fair strategy, but I would have thought Harry. I'd be going off. I don't know why she always wants to keep Harry because he's good. He's the one I'd be wanting. He's the one I'm most afraid of.
This is what I think is interesting that Harry's hardcore the Godmother has he played to her vanity?
Yeah, he's incepted her.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Play to her vanity. He's played to her vanity. Like, originally it was like, I don't like being called it, but now she's kind of like, I'm the Godmother, right?
Yeah, she is.
She's
right? Like, that's who I am.
Yeah, that's who I am, right? Yeah, right? I think Harry's done a really good job on it.
Yeah.
I think there's a real good bit of psychological manipulation done there, right? To the point where he's got her to believe that she is so good that she can keep Harry around.
I don't know why she wants to keep... That blows my mind.
Because she thinks that Harry
can help her.
Think about this though. She knows Harry's a player in the game, but now she thinks she's better than he is. And that's why she wants to keep him around.
Don't keep
I still don't understand
why. I think Harry is one of our most strategic Australian players we've seen. In the 4 seasons so far, he's one of it. He's probably our top... He's probably our top most strategic.
Look, one thing I like about Harry is he'll try it and see if it works.
And he's failed.
He's failed.
He's got back up. He's tried things because obviously, like we said this last week, we're all so amazing at this game on sitting on the couch.
Exactly.
Like here I am sitting there going, Dave's so easy to vote out. So easy to vote out. I'm
right.
probably wrong. Harry was probably doing the exact same thing as I was, and he's stuffed up big time. Hasn't cost him his game. Still was able to learn, and the merge came sifting into the background, still getting from it, still playing very, very well. Whereas like an Andy, Couch Guru, was a failure and a flop from beginning to end. Whereas Harry is learning, and he's evolving, and he knows the game. He really knows the game.
No, that's what I mean. Like, I think he's done a really good job on Peter and Janine to the point, like you said, they want to keep him around. I just can't figure it out. Right? You'd have to be truly blind not to see what Harry is and go, yeah, he should go.
100%.
He needs to go now.
100%.
Look, I think it's gotten to the point now where, amazingly, Daisy and Baden, I think, would go before him.
Yeah.
Right? That's an amazing achievement for Harry.
And I am hoping next week we see a Luke, Baden, Harry crossover.
Oh, that would be great. Fantastic.
Because then all they need to do, what they've got, it's going to be 4v4. Still, isn't it? With Daisy, because that's all they've got now.
Yeah,
Simon. But hopefully Simon has listened.
No.
I know, but for the 4th time he's been told he's just a number.
But what will happen is this. If Luke flips, right?
Yeah.
He can say to Simon, well, you can stay with the 3 girls, but, that's not the Champions tribe anymore.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm going to flip. Or, you don't say it like that, obviously, but you're saying like...
Yeah, Luke would do it in a very fun way.
He won't be going in... He won't be like Dave. I'm just letting you guys know we're voting for X. And,
he'd say something like, let's mix things up, let's shake it up. He'll be wanting to play a bit of chaos.
But look, no, I don't think... I don't know how Luke's going to work, but I think they're going to need an idol to do it.
Then, 100%.
Right, because I think Luke is wise enough to know
It's too late now.
I would not talk to Simon if I was Luke. I would not talk to Abby, and you're definitely not going to talk to Pia or Janine.
Nah, 100%. Like you can't pit Pia and Janine against each other yet.
No. But
You could eventually.
oh, you could
but not
eventually,
yet.
but not yet. But what I mean is like, if you tell Abby, Janine and Pia will know.
Yeah.
If you tell Simon, Janine, Pia, and Abby will know. Right? There's two you cannot tell.
Yeah.
Right? And like you said, Janine and Pia you can still do business with.
Yeah.
But
and it's like
no, it's too early.
Yeah.
They're not willing to give each other up.
Right now with 4v, if Luke's splitting 4v4,
Yeah.
it might it'd be a good idea, but unless they've got an idol to play this out, the numbers, it's just a safer bet, unfortunately, for him to stay with them.
Oh, it is absolutely
Yeah.
right. And unfortunately, it's going to need an idol to do this.
Yeah.
But an idol in the right hands
Yes.
could very much.
A Harry or
Yeah.
potentially Luke idol would be good.
That's what they need.
Also a Harry.
I don't trust Baden.
Oh no, I don't trust Baden.
And if Daisy gets it again, we all know what's going to happen.
It's going to be played for Daisy.
It's going to be played for Daisy and nothing else will happen.
Yeah.
Right? She's wasted two
She's
idols.
wasted two
That's
idols.
her resume so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, go Daisy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got? Is that all we got?
That's pretty much it.
Other than I love Survivor. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Okay, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.